So, Halloween was only a couple of days ago, and the first two pieces that we're playing sort of have that Halloween sort of sound. The Devil's Tritone, that last piece was based on the interval of augmented fourth or diminished fifth, which is very unnatural interval in music. The next piece that we're going to play is called Arachnophobia and Fugue. All right, so you just sort of have to imagine J.S. Bach trying to compose a piece of music while a spider is climbing around all over his desk and bothering him, pestering him. So there are quite a few pieces that Bach wrote that are in this piece, and we're going to show you a little bit. They're just little snippets of them. In the music appreciation class that I am teaching at UTEP, we played the Toccata and Fugue in D minor a couple of times when we were studying the Baroque period, and then again the Tuesday before Halloween, and this opens with that. I can move around with this, and I'm gonna hold it, all right? So this is the opening from the Toccata and Fugue in D minor. I think you're gonna recognize a bunch of these tunes. Okay, ready? So you recognize that, right? Say yes.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Okay. The next thing is from Sleepers Awake, all right? And it's over here in the, actually, in the original, that's in a major key, but this is in a minor key, right? And then the next thing is the Little Fugue, or the Fugue in G minor. And the melody for this is back in the low voices, the low reeds and the low brass. Okay, and then after that one is A Sheep May Safely Graze. And this is in the flutes. Ready? Okay, and then we have the Dies Irae, and that's the wrath of God. You've heard this melody, you've heard it in movies, you've heard it in classical music, it's been a staple of composers for hundreds of years. And the low voices have it. And then at the end is Komm süßer Tod, which is translated into English, Come Sweet Death. All right, so Bach is going to have a little scuffle with a spider, arachnophobia, and fugue.
That's what music's about. It's about having fun, isn't it? Okay, before we go on tonight, for our final piece, we're going to recognize the students in this band. If you would, please hold your applause till we're done. There's quite a few schools here. Students, when I call your name, please stand. Aldine Middle School. Garcia Middle School. Greenville Academy. Hamburg Middle School. Hamburg Middle School. Lewis Middle School. Meade Middle School. Plummer Middle School. Stovall Middle School. And Teague Middle School. From the New ISD, Kiefer Crossing Middle School. New Caney Middle School. White Oak Middle School. And Woodridge Forest Middle School. From Spring ISD, Bailey Middle School. Walton Middle School. Walton Middle School. Do It Middle School. Twin Creeks. And last but not least, Wells Middle School. Our final selection tonight is a journey to the spice markets of Istanbul, Turkey. Bazaar will take you on this imaginary trip. Spices, beautiful fabrics, and priceless treasures, or junk made to look like a priceless treasure, litter the carts while noise, aromas, and laughter fill the air. The use of an altered scale and colorful percussion add to the flavor of this particular piece. And now, for their final selection, Barbara Limbrick. She wants to talk to you first. She wants to say something first.
Yes, you've got to be careful if you give me a microphone. I want to say thank you to the band directors for inviting me to be here this weekend with these wonderful musicians on the stage. And I want to thank the parents in the audience for the wonderful job you have done in bringing these people up to be really, really wonderful people. I do a lot of these in a lot of places, and this has been a joy, a true joy. Yesterday afternoon, through today, all the way through, they are anxious to learn. They are so very well behaved. You might not get that always at home, but they do know how to behave, and they're a great example of what's happening in the schools here and at their homes. Thank you for supporting music and music education in your community, and fight for it if they decide to take it away from you. Now, a long time ago, I was at a music convention in Los Angeles and was talking with a very famous composer out there, Carmen Dragon, and he said, you know, if you want to stay young, hang out with young people. And so I have an addition to that. If you want to die young, try to keep up with these people. So it's been a real treat for me. Thank you for welcoming into your lives, and they are going to be really tired when they go home. They've worked very hard, and but I have enjoyed it. I think they have as well. We hope you like our last piece.